Alright, what is up YouTube? We are back here doing our first Bloomburrow draft, actually. Today is Magic Arena Day Open, so the top ranked players are all competing in that. So while the cat is away, the mice will play, if you pardon the pun. Theoretically, the competition should be a touch lighter in the queues. I don't know if that actually affects us because we're not high ranked, we're gold. Yeah, we're gold, so maybe it doesn't matter for us. But we're going to go ahead and hop in and talk through pick by pick as much as the timer will allow. Here we go. Grab something from the other room while it fills. Alright, and we're good. Here we go. Generally speaking, white-green's probably the best archetype, with... get that out there. Red-blue being particularly not good. Always a good card. That's very good. I hate otters. I don't even like this card that much. So, you know, Hunter's Talent is excellent. I've never played with Moira. Seems slightly better. We are passing a lot of good red-green. That is concerning. Scales of Shale. Alright, we'll take Moira and see where she leads us. This card is a real beating in Limited, let me tell you. So it's a good card, but I don't know if I want to play it. This is solid, but we can get... Savor is good. This card is so good if they can't kill it. I'm going to risk it because we pass a lot of good red-green, and I'm worried we don't get into red-green the way we like. And if so, white is our backup plan. Get all these pretty alternate art cards. Wix is good, but expensive. Slow. Life Creed Duo's solid in the right deck. This has been a surprisingly good card for me when I've used it. This is a great bear. We're going to take the excellent bear. Fits into any green deck. And it's been passed to us third pick. Now it seems like the pack quality here has dropped off quite a bit. This is okay. This guy is good in the right deck, which doesn't appear to be us. There's a bat deck going around. We don't really have it. That can be good. I think we'll take him. We might be getting past the green-white tokens deck. So, yeah, Intrepid Rabbit is awesome. Yeah, there's nothing else here. This is a really strong pick that white is open, and this is why back here I took this card, which can be very powerful in any archetype. But this card's phenomenal. Really weak for us. There's no white here. I'll take these guys since we're probably playing green, but now that we're like, hopefully that was just a weak pack for white. I don't like the Valiant archetype. It's just too spell combo heavy. This guy's okay. A 4-mana 3/3 that flies and gives another unit +1/+1 if it attacks. I think we'll take the Nettle because of the ability to destroy an artifact or enchantment. That's very relevant in the set with all the enchantment-based removal. This is solid, but I think the Herbalist is better. If we can get some tokens together. Right now, the only token we have is, excuse me, the Jackdaw, or I'm sorry, the Intrepid Rabbit Offspring. This card's not bad. But considering how late it is, I'm thinking we could get one later. I'm going to take Elania, mostly because it's a rare for gem rare drafting reasons. Yeah, Offspring. We'll take it because we might need Offspring. Yeah, none of these cards do much for us. We'll take the Pathfinder. Alright, we're not playing that. Okay, so we got a Wrath versus Repel. This guy is good if we get the token deck going. Yeah, I mean, it's a Wrath. It's better than a Wrath. So, I think that's what we do. Okay, Rabbit Response we keep seeing, not taking. This is an interesting card, I kind of like it. But this guy's good. He reminds me of Necrotal. He's a solid enough for the body, you know, solid enough for the time body that also kills something. Can't go wrong with that. So, yeah, we'll take that. I think Brightblade Stoat is underrated. I'm going to just set that for now. This is a pretty good card, I think. This is just an Oblivion Ring. Yeah, I'm going to have to take an O-Ring over... Well... Yeah, we have to take the O-Ring. We're not in the Squirrel deck, which makes that really not a good card for us. I guess we just take the Bat. Don't need the fixing. Druid of the Spade is okay. We don't really have the tokens. I think I'd rather have the bat. Could have taken the Hearthguard hero there as well. I don't know how I have, what is this, 4 copies of that? It's nuts. Yeah, I like this guy, especially because it's return up to 1. Very important distinction. This right here is like a bomb for us. But we really need a way to make some tokens. This is pretty good. I think those are both okay. But Sonar Strike is much better. It's not really that close, I don't think. I mean, I'll take the Mentor. I guess we could have had the parts to a pretty good bat deck, which worked quite well for us in our previous events. A late rabbit response is great. So I don't think this card is good, but it's an uncommon, so we're uncommon drafting it for that reason. None of these are of use for us. Same here, but Scales is good. I don't want someone to get a 15th pick Scales. I don't think we're playing Moira. He's okay. That card's good. This card is just so difficult to deal with. We probably would have been nice if we had a couple of those 3/3 flying +1/+1 dudes. Maybe we can snag one late. This is a terrible pack for us. Oh. I guess we just take the Wax Wayne, because this is a terrible pack for us. The reason I'm taking that over the Toke the Spade is because we have 2 Jackdaws. That's good. Yeah, we'll take that. I think we're still trying to play green. I don't know what else we play if not green. I haven't seen this yet. Could be okay if it wasn't so expensive. This is whatever. It's not great, but Rabbit is, however, pretty easy slam pick for us. I guess we do the Herbalist again. I wish we had more tokens. I don't love this card, but it's probably the best option. Sharepot's okay. So instead I'm going to just rare draft Vren because I don't have him. That's just, but I would probably take the Thistledown players. I just don't find the Thistledown players useful very often, to be frank. This is not bad for a rabbit deck with a lot of tokens. That's not us. I'm, again, just rare drafting the Wick. Oh, it's a common. That's cool. We'll take the Mouse Trapper. He has potential. Yeah, the rest of those just do nothing at all for us. These don't do anything for us either. Okay, well, we have our deck. I think compared to some recent drafts, we're not exactly overflowing with playables here. So I don't think we need to, you know, painstakingly build this particular deck. But let's take a look here and see, you know, what we got going on. Always a little room to switch things up. There we go. Okay, we're definitely not playing red or blue or black. We don't need Bell. Okay, so there you go. We barely pulled in enough playables. We just have to pull out our worst card. It could be this. Yeah, I think we just dropped the sword. I was mildly curious to try it, but yeah, and that is pretty much our deck. Not the best deck, if I'm being honest. I don't think this deck is that strong. We didn't get the big token enablers that we needed. So we'll just have to hop in and see how it goes. I guess we won't complain about a hand with both of our mana colors and a recurring threat. This is a very weird deck. We're in green-white, but our best cards are the Jackdaws. I deliberately dropped a green there instead of a white, so they would spend another turn not knowing what color combination we were in. I mean, let's be honest, it doesn't mean very much very often, but this is a good blocker. Yeah, that's not going to do enough to get him through, so I think we'll just play this guy. So far, I don't love the board state for us. I feel like we don't have a lot in the tank here. Yeah, this is rough. Um, hmm. We'll just have to take it, I guess. So I guess we just attack back. What else are we gonna do? Take our 6 damage. It's about the best that I think we can do, given the state of our board. I think we lose this game. You know, unless his hand is exceptionally bad or something. That doesn't. I don't think it looks very good for us here. We can just sit here as spectators while we observe his turn. Yep, so that's going to remove a key blocker for us. We either die or chump. Hmm. Yeah, I mean, we're dead. This guy's deck seems pretty good. He also just put down... Oh, I forgot about that. It doesn't matter. We were dead. There's no outs for us there. Unfortunate. Yeah, that guy's deck did appear to be pretty strong, and ours is not, obviously. Like, we're almost struggling for playables, so you know, I would expect a poor outcome for this draft. Sometimes drafts are making the best with a poor run of the cards, and to be honest, I don't think we saw too many cards that were frankly particularly powerful, and I don't feel like we saw an archetype that was wide open that we totally missed either. Um, I don't think it's copium to say that we just didn't get a particularly good run of cards to look at. Like, that's okay, that's gonna happen sometimes. So we will just flash it in to kill his token. That's one of the advantages of the Mousetrapper. Oh, cool. That's a Zendikar land. I love that block. Oh, man, I would play some Zendikar lands. That's too bad. So that allows us to tap his attacker each turn. This works well with Valiant. Obviously, that's why we grabbed it for the deck, but it's nice to at least get that combination working once before we go down like a ton of bricks. Now he's afraid to attack. that's bad enough that I think we can get rid of it. That'll allow us another attack. We're going to hold this as long as possible, because if he's reckless, we can sneak lethal in with it. And if he's not reckless, then it might save a creature for us at a critical time. Interesting. He's going the just chump repeatedly route. So just give us another blocker against his 3/2s. And he really doesn't want to attack with them now because we can double block. You can just see why Intrepid Rabbit's so good. Just messes up all your combat math. Now he can offspring it, which he did, and he gives both his 3/2s +1/+1, so they both attack as 4/3s. And he's got all these stupid 1/1s back to chump with. And we're just gonna, like, take it, I guess. And he still has Carrot Cake. Surprised he hasn't just double blocked it with rabbit tokens. One other target permanent. I guess we could throw this down and just bring it back later if we can forge with it. That seems like the play, honestly. We're still significantly behind, I would say. This is a bad situation for us. At least he's having to think. That's a good sign, because usually if your opponent has some slam dunk play, they just drop it on you, right? He's doing this to scry, so he must be either so short on plays that he wants to see what his next turns look like. Not an intrepid rabbit. And the 3-tree scribe is going to plus. Well, this guy built the deck that we wanted and couldn't get. Don't want to use the sticky tongue yet. It's greedy not to, but we're so far behind this game that our only hope is to play greedy, right? So it's really no downside to playing extremely greedy from here on out. Sonar Strike was a good draw. I mean, we know he's just dropping another rabbit, though, so... That's the best we can do here. Which, make no mistake, is not good. I don't really think it's worth pumping here. Yeah, we're done. I never concede, really, but I don't see what we can do. I mean, now, no lethal on board, but we're not that far off. Or rather, they aren't. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, now it's lethal, right? Because we have to let the rest through. Cast this for quest credit on our daily quest and no other reason. And we take our loss. It's okay. As we mentioned in the deck building, didn't think this was a very good deck. We rarely go 0-3, but this is the kind of deck that would go 0-3. Sometimes you just don't get the best cards in your draft. Or maybe we misplayed it. I don't think we made any terrible picks. You know, other players might have played it differently. Or would have, in fact. Like, everybody's going to pick different cards. But, like, I don't think we made any really questionable picks that could have defined our draft. You know, if anybody remembers something we did that pivoted us, you know, let us know in the comments. We did take a red-green rare to start and then not go red-green. And we saw a decent amount of red cards, but this is so weird. Okay, whatever. We'll play it. We're really hurting for that green mana source, though. We might just not draw a forest and lose. Well, at least we have something we can fight back with. Well, it doesn't do a lot for us when we don't have any tokens. And we don't have a token to copy. I mean, this was obviously one of the big risks of taking a hand with no green mana. Wow. Alright. Yeah, we'll let him futz around for one more turn. I don't see any reason to use that yet. It's just gonna not make a token. I think that was a mistake. I don't think he meant to not blink his creature. I don't know why he would have not blinked his creature. Let's put it that way. Oh, he's got 2 cards in his hand. See, there was no reason not to attack with the 2-2 because we were going to board wipe anyway. He had a pretty big board. I didn't want to get greedy and wait another turn. I'll make him think we have nothing. Okay. I guess he could destroy our talent with that. Can't be blocked. Oh, shoot. That's pretty good. Okay, now we at least have the potential to get in for 5 plus 2, 4, 6, so 11. God, and he's got food. Jeez. Our chances of winning this game don't seem very good, do they, guys? I do feel bad. Jeez, going down 0-3 in our, you know, Bloomburrow draft. Is this the first one we did? We did something. We did March of the Machines before. This is our first Bloomburrow draft, but I'm not entirely unknowledgeable about the format. I did play a sealed event, and this is definitely just a rough result that we're looking at here. I'm happy to take responsibility, as perhaps it's my play. But if anybody thinks it was the draft, I'd love to hear it, because I think our draft was consistent with, you know, the way the cards we picked are performing and the stats. I wasn't looking up the stats live, as you know, but I bet if we went and cross-referenced 17 lands, we'd see. I know that's not the only, you know, all there is to the story, but ugh, that card is actually killing us. Like, we're unironically losing to this stupid blue talent card. He's just gonna keep recurring value on us. Like, this, his deck is slow. It's not even that good, but apparently it's better enough than ours. Oh, really? That is so rude. guess we don't attack with that, right? Because we want him to think we don't have a plan. Might as well, right? So, like, maybe we can Alpha Strike him if he taps out and leaves no blocker. We can throw Trapper and get in for 3, 6, 7, plus 6, 13, best case. No, 16. Okay, we have exact lethal. If he has no blockers. Oh, we can create that scenario by we're protecting the mouse trapper. So we do have a way to victory here, albeit one might say a convoluted one. Shoot, he's still got 2. Tap 2 untapped tokens. Okay, they have to be tokens. God, his deck is so slow and it's absolutely wrecking us. Really? Yeah, okay, so we're done. I don't even know if it's worth using to save our bat. We should have blocked his... Oh, we can't. I guess it is. What else are we going to save it for, right? Jesus. Well, that scry was worth drawing too. I guess we might be able to blow out block his bird by timing our our pump spell at the right time so that our unit is not 4 power or 3 power or less, right? So to make it 4 power rather. Interesting, no attack. Guess we might as well attack, right? Yeah, see, he thinks he has lethal, and he almost does. We can trick him into attacking when he thinks he has lethal, but that's all. It doesn't really get us that much. Hmm. Oh, it targets his attacking creature. Shoot. Really don't think there's much we can do to weasel out of this one. We're just going to have to take the 0-3 and come back again to hopefully draft some better cards. That was for quest credit again. Okay, well, bad result. Waste of a draft token, obviously. Deck performed quite poorly, but I think the deck might have been poor. And I don't think the reason the deck was poor was because we made poor choices. We had a fine curve. Like, look at that, perfectly peeking around 3. It would have been, you know, nice to have a little less 3, a little more 2. We didn't really get good red cards to follow up this first red-green pick. I don't think it would have been different if we went the Alania route. That was the other option. I really don't like the red-blue in this series, or this set in particular. So, you know, maybe this was the sleeper card that we didn't play. Just kidding. I know it's bad. I'm just, you know. But anyway, thanks for joining us. I think the analysis of the draft holds up, and we'll come back and draft a better one next time. Thanks again. See you then.